He was a riot.
It's very funny.
He was smart, really smart.
Sweet.
Okay, anybody else who just came in? Philip? Well, yeah, you wanna go first?
Or,
Or next?
you wanna go? Oh, okay. Well, because this follows on the
Yeah.
The
Go ahead.
Jesus, yes, the Jesus thing. So everybody knows Jogger loved exchanging little presents spontaneously, but he would roll up on me and be like, Jesus told me to bring you a coffee. And I'm like, who's Jesus? And I'm like, I'm feeling you. I'm just thinking that. So I'm sure anybody who spent more than a half hour with Jogger has heard this story about, has anybody invoked the story about the baby Jesus visiting him when he was 8 months old? Okay.
We've already referenced that a few times.
Okay, alright, so, the last time I spoke to Jogger, every time he would tell me that story, I would say, Jogger, look, God was sad about World War II, you were just a baby. You didn't do anything wrong, because he would always say, I thought, what did I do wrong? So finally, this was the Wednesday, in the morning before the accident, and he came rolling up to me, and this time, for once, he said, on the day after D-Day, I had a vision. And I was like, thank you, Jogger. Now you understand, you didn't do anything wrong, you were just a baby. God was sad about World War II. So I hope that he actually believed that. He seemed to have finally gotten into it after saying that to him for like years. So that was the story I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Philip, I knew Jogger. I moved to Woodstock area 22 years ago, so I knew him that whole time. I didn't know him the first couple of years, I just knew him peripherally. But then over the years, I had more conversations with him, like at Harmony Cafe and Thanksgiving gatherings and all those things. And I started to realize this guy has something to offer. I got the spiel about the Himalayan salt a couple times, didn't sink in the first couple times, and then I home looked it up and realized there's something to it, and I still use it to this day, every day, for salt, Himalayan salt, grow up on everything, think about it every time. And so, my daughters grew up in Woodstock, and she was a part of their life. And I have a big family up in New England, and I lost a couple of them over the last few years, and it hurts when you lose somebody that's like part of your everyday life, it's different. You're gonna miss them a lot more because you see somebody almost every day or almost every day. It's like part of the architecture of your life, and I just feel like he's gonna be really missed, and it's not gonna be quite the same. I feel like he was like, when you talk to him and he gives you an insight about what's going on in the community or situation, I feel like he was like the conscience of Woodstock in a way. And I think most people, a lot of people do understand obviously, but a lot of people don't understand how special he was. But I just feel like, I hope that this many people come to gathering when I pass. And I hope to between now and then to touch as many lives as he did.
So we all have to be more like John. We have to pick up the broom and sweep where it needs sweeping, and smile.
Yes, smile, always smile.
And give love as we can.
And pure wrath.
And And that's our job. That's what makes this community special, is welcoming and loving. And being kind, and seeing if you see somebody needs help, you try. And that's being more like John's spirit. So if you pick up that broom and start sweeping, you're certainly going to get John's spirit. You probably will start pirouetting.
Right.
Flying?
Yeah.
Matthew? Yes. I don't want to take up too much time, but there was a song that he wrote that I took upon myself to memorize in the past couple of years after hearing it a few times, so some of you might recognize it. I'll sing it. I'm not a singer, but for John, I'll sing it. he said it was supposed to be to the tune of Greensleeves, an old Irish folk. But forgive my voice. He did it in this way where I could picture him like on the shore of Ireland, you know, in some like old Irish garb, singing it in the mist or something. But he was on the beach in Venice. I think it was in 1970, and yeah. And I'll stop at one point and say how Jogger would say it, so that just because he did it every single time, he never sang the song straight through. He'd always stop at this one part. So he said, "Oh, where was love when our hearts were young, and we still had the songs that the winds had sung? And why is the youth driven from the truth to sigh alone with their wine? Be still, my child, weep no more for love, for we are waiting at the door of your mind. And where, oh where, shall we share this love with the dove in the morning sunshine?" Oh, I forgot to stop. He said he was writing that, and it's basically like the "Be Still, My Child" was like his UFO nannies talking to him, and then once they relieved him of his fear that he didn't have to weep for love anymore, he responded, "Well, where are we going to share this love?" And it was like, you know, right the fuck now. Like, and he looked up and there was a dove flying by, so it was like the dove in the morning sunshine. So, yeah, thank you for
Wow.
And Turtle already told my story about meeting him up at the monastery, so I don't have to share that.